Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Now, this is a bit of an interesting one. It has been reported that Lionsgate and Blumhouse are supposedly remaking the Blair Witch Project, the original film from 1999. They're injecting something new into it and they're going to try and do something a little bit different, but at the same time, rebooting the film / the franchise. Afterwards, we had The Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2, which I haven't even bothered to watch. And then we had sort of like a follow-up / remake back in 2016 just called Blair Witch. And this just begs the question, do we need a remake of the Blair Witch Project? In my opinion, not necessarily. I think it's one of those things where if they do indeed strike gold and get the story right and it is so well done, we're like, hallelujah, that's amazing. But at the same time, I feel with the 1999 film, it came out at just the right time when the internet was around, but it was quite limited in terms of getting information, especially when it came to that genius viral marketing campaign centered around the film, where they had the three main principal actors essentially disappear off the face of the earth for a year, not taking any other jobs, any other gigs. They made them sign NDAs that they would not take on any other work for a year to help with the marketing of this film, that it was indeed a real piece of found footage and that these three people are officially dead. And it's crazy. At one point, I think Heather or one of the guys in the film, their family got sent flowers because they thought their child was dead. It was crazy. And it was just genius marketing. Again, because of the simplicity of the internet back then and this day and age, if that would have happened now, we would have been able to debunk it in like 10 seconds. But yeah, apparently Blumhouse and Lionsgate are joining forces with a new Blair Witch Project movie. Now, the article I'm going to be referencing comes from the crew over at Bloody Disgusting. And they go on to say, 25 years after the original genre-changing classic, Lionsgate and Blumhouse announced out of CinemaCon today that they will partner on the development and production of a new Blair Witch Project movie, as the first film in a multi-picture pack with Blumhouse, reimagining horror classics from the Lionsgate library. So this information actually came out of CinemaCon that is currently happening at the moment. So there's a lot of info coming out from CinemaCon about other various projects. They even had the cast of Beetlejuice there, which was so cool to see. The announcement was made today by Adam Fogelson, Chair, Lionsgate Motion Picture Group, and Jason Blum, founder and CEO of Blumhouse. On your J-Man. Blum will team with producer Roy Lee on the new Blair Witch Project movie. Lee previously produced the 2016 Blair Witch, the most recent installment in the franchise. I've been incredibly fortunate to work with Jason many times over the years. We forged a strong relationship on The Purge when I was at Universal, and we launched STX with his film The Gift. There is no one better at this genre than the team at Blumhouse, says Fogelson. We are thrilled to kick this partnership off with a new vision for Blair Witch that will reintroduce this horror classic for a new generation. We couldn't be more pleased to be working with them on this and other projects we look forward to revealing soon. So revealing soon, that kind of leaves things up in the air about what to expect in terms of what other project. But going back to the Blair Witch, the idea of remaking something that I felt came out at just the right time, I wouldn't say it's concerning. Is it needed? I don't think so. But if they really strike gold, and like I said, get the story right, get that scare factor right, get the impact right, and the experience, the visceral experience of is this indeed real, knowing full well that what transpired with the original Blair Witch was just a genius viral marketing campaign. Some fell for it, some knew it straight away that it was a hoax, but at the same time, it was a great cinematic experience. I was 11 years old at the time, and it scared the shit out of me. And to this day, it still freaks me out. There are elements in that film that, even though it's during the day, just still spook you, freak you out. It's that vibe, it's that feel, it's that tension between the three main actors and their incredible camaraderie, or lack thereof, by the end of the film. And just the setting as well. No one else is around you. Whether or not they go back and do a beat for beat recreation of the original film, which I think is just totally unnecessary. And we've seen that before with like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, where it wasn't a beat for beat, but there were certain elements that they copied and they didn't do a damn good job. Now, if it was expanding upon the Blair Witch universe and doing something different, but still staying in the realm of what happened in the first film, I think that's not a bad idea. And when everything's said and done and this film comes out and whatever comes after that, of course I'm going to see it. I'm going to be there day one to fucking see it. I love the original Blair Witch. Again, haven't seen Book of Shadows or Blair Witch 2016. I was pretty happy with what I saw in the original. It definitely affected me, probably helped that I was 11 years old. But again, I think 1999 was the perfect time for it to come out with the internet and lack of finding out information about these actors. Whereas now, the mystique is gone, but at the same time, if you can come up with a damn good story, I'm intrigued. Absolutely. But at the same time, extremely cautiously optimistic. And I watched Mike's rant over at We Watched the Movie, and I don't blame him at all. Like, I definitely think it's a one and done for the first Blair Witch, and I think that's why it affected so many people, just its simplicity. Much like the original Paranormal Activity, that film still affects me to this day, because its simplicity and its execution. So guys, with that being said, what are your thoughts on the idea of Lionsgate and Blumhouse teaming up to do another Blair Witch film? And that's the thing, is it going to be a remake? Is it going to do a beat for beat thing? Is it going to do its own thing, or expand upon what came in the first film and then stay within that universe but try and do something a little bit different? Like, this is obviously just an announcement fresh out of CinemaCon, so we've still got a long way to go. But at the same time, color me intrigued, but also cautiously optimistic. So once I edit this, I'm gonna head down the road to my local cinema and see Civil War this afternoon. This one was not on my radar, so I'm very keen to check it out. I'm hearing some really good things. Love you guts, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.